Hi guys, it's Jamie here, and as usual my scrap box is out of control. So when considering what to do with Pretty Vintage, first I thought let's do some page clusters which can be used to decorate the main journal when that's ready to go. I have here some of the scraps from the scrap box. Papers are from different kits and also book pages, that type of thing. I also have a couple of pages of fussy cuts, not even full pages, just selected ones. Someone was asking me how I get my fussy cuts to stand out the way they do. A couple of things. I always cut inside of whatever the line is. I never try to do anything that's too spindly. I also, on the back, stain it black around the edge to get to the white core that might be showing, and if necessary, as you can see on this one, stain around the outside, and that helps sometimes for it to pop. The other thing I might use is a Stabilo to do a thicker staining, but that will depend on how I feel. I am going to take a selection of papers to begin with. That's a decent choice. If I'm going to be using a lot of patterned papers, I like to put something fairly plain behind the thing that I want to stand out as the central point of my cluster. So that would be book page, coffee stained papers, or a plain colour paper. Because we're making clusters, what we're actually going to do is overlap some bits. I will keep building up these layers until I feel there's enough layering. We'll be trimming this up and there will be spares from this as that didn't quite join. I'm going to stick a bit of napkin over and seal that down. Oh, that's quite nice, the two together. I'm going to do the two together. I need to stick something just under here. Now we want that to dry. Well, this one is drying properly. Let's do another, and we shall use this coffee pot. I want something it will stand out against. There is something similar but different. I'm going to see what else they've got here. They've got a cup. Then I want something different. Now I can get away with this one. We're going to let this one dry because I have an idea of something I would like to try with this one. What I want to do is do a border around it. If you were to put it on a page, I do think that makes quite a cute page cluster that if you were to put it on a page stands out. But the first one that we did, what I would like to do is try to straighten up some of these edges. Another page decoration. I thought next we'd try a cluster made with circles. I've got a few sizes here. Might work quite well with a fan. Let's start with this and put some circles kind of overlapping each other. The other thing I've got is I've got some hollowed out circles from a die cut. A nice bit of gold. Keep this one fairly simple. Have some of the napkin here. We could go over that. The gold circle, and that's dry. Cut round the circle. Whatever page we put that on will show underneath it. I'm not sure about the circles or whether I should take those off. I might take them off. See, I don't always stick with my original ideas. Okay, much prefer that. Don't quite know how I'd put that on a page, but I definitely would. Let's put that one to one side. So we've got 3 clusters. I printed ephemera page up as a smaller version as well. I think this was 5x7, so you get smaller versions of the same pieces, just so that I could do some smaller clusters. Unfortunately, I cut the bird's legs off, but I think I can hide that. With this one, we'll try and see what it's like if we tear the backgrounds. Just a question of building up scrappy layers so the teapot is sitting on, or is the focus point of a cluster. From the free group, this was given out 1 week. I'm not overly keen on those colours for this journal. Therefore, we're going to start by changing it. And we'll change it by putting over some napkin. I'm going to dry that and see how that looks. Still not sure, so I'm going to add a bit more napkin. None of this looks okay. It's scraps, so it can go in the bin. I think what I'll do is add this to this piece of paper. I can't remember where that came from. Then make this a pocket. I'll make that narrower, so I will cut a centimetre off there, so there's less background and more of this collage. Just coming back to this page decoration that I did earlier, I added the butterfly and then cut around it, followed by edging it very lightly with the Victorian velvet. This one has been edged in Victorian velvet, but you wouldn't really know it. There's just touches of pink. And again, this one has been edged in Victorian velvet, had the corners rounded off. That's ended up more like a pocket or a journaling card. I haven't actually ended up with much that's very cluster-like apart from this one. I don't mind. It doesn't matter how we start. We're getting page decorations together. This is now dry. And I did say I was going to take some of this off. That can be a tuck spot, or again a journaling card, or glued as a page decoration. I think that is 5 page decorations, all very different, but all made with scraps and bits of ephemera from August. This is to get you going on day 1.